Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am, but right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song.
Ho, ho, ho. Hello, Star Wars fans. You know, there's 139 days until Christmas 2025. Oh, it's so good to see you here. And hey, it's Friday. It's Friday. You got plans this weekend? Doing anything fun? You know, it's still summertime here in above the equator. I've got friends, coworkers who are below the equator. It's winter, but you know, for most of us, it's summertime. And I hope you have plans for the weekend. I hope you get to spend some time with family, loved ones, and look forward to talking about Star Wars today with you. We've got plans this weekend. One of the things that I've been looking forward to. First of all, before I get into that, let's say hello. And first of all, we do this. I set the chat to subscribers only. It gets rid of the bots. It's not to try to force anybody to support the channel. It's so that we can have a decent conversation here without, you know, bots getting in the way. So it's good to see you. Brandon Alvarado. Hello. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much. Yes, please. I hope everyone is having an amazing day, and, you know, do the things. It helps the channel. I appreciate it. Thrawn Kill. Wow, the hate on women in here. In where? Where do we hate on women? I don't know what you're talking about. No, there's no hate on women in here. Hello. Hi, Hogga. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Saber Smith. Happy Friday, Nerd Mafia. Is it Christmas yet? Well, oh, I forgot to turn the Christmas tree lights on. The Christmas tree is dark. Oh, that's sad. Very sad. Who voted they hate Cara Dune? Oh, I don't know. I said, it says, I don't want to see her. Doesn't say you hate her. Check your poll. Where's the hate? It's just a poll. That's right. You can dislike the character. I tried to put it so that there's no hate. But look, we'll talk about the Cara Dune thing in a minute. It's the lead topic. It's the thing everybody's talking about. It's Dawn. Hello. Just because they dislike Gina doesn't mean they hate women. That's true too. Kind of means the same thing as Star Wars. Well, again, we'll get to that in just a moment. I've got plans this weekend. There's something I've been really, really looking forward to for a long time. And I want to share this with you. Let me put it on screen. Tomorrow morning, I'm going with some of my friends. We're going to go to the Unofficial Galaxies. It's at COSI in Columbus, is Center for Science and Industry, but it's in Columbus, Ohio. It's one of the largest Star Wars collections, fan collections in the world, and they've got pictures here of things that are involved. But you can see you got a full size Xwing. They've got a speeder bike you can take pictures on. We got lots of collectibles, different things, blasters and lightsabers and all that. Look, you could take a picture like you're in the trash compactor from A New Hope. There's that life-size Xwing. You've got all kinds of things. My friends and I are going down tomorrow morning, and we're going to spend some time going down there. And look, I got Boba Fett's outfit. You got all kinds of figures, all kinds of things. There's Hoth. Santa's got to visit Hoth while I'm doing the Star Wars things. There's a TIE fighter, lots of paraphernalia, stuff from the movies, stormtrooper outfits. I'm super, super stoked about this. I've been looking forward to it for a long time. I'm happy that it's here in Central Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, so I can go visit it this weekend. So really, really looking forward to that. Hey, I see knee pain in the chat. Knee pain. I would welcome you if you're available to come in and talk about Star Wars today. I don't have a way to contact you, so if you're on Discord or Twitter, I'll pull up Twitter. I can send you a link to join. So good to see you. It's a poll with a fan chat, not a judgment on women, right? Yeah. There are ample female characters that have not. Okay, so look, there's all kinds of nonsense going around with this, and let me just bring it up. Hold on one second. I want to bring up the Twitter account just so I can follow, just in case. Just in case, I gotta bring up my Santa account over here. Make sure I'm connected. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's. I'll show you here. I've got you guys in the chat. Our schedules don't line up. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm dying to talk to you sometime. It's good fun. I've known other people associated with Lucasfilm. I know your history with Lucasfilm, and I'm just dying to talk to you sometime. So appreciate you being here, though. Where's Risman? Is he safe? I haven't chatted with Risman yet this morning. If he's around, he has the permanent link. He can join this stream. He can interrupt anytime he wants. That's really easy for him. Matt Dween, hello. Go Vols. Yeah, you saw what happened here in Columbus, Ohio, right? But college football is getting ready to start again. So you guys are distracting me. We've got stories to talk about. We've got Star Wars stories to talk about. And of course, a huge story broke late yesterday. And all you have to do is go to the Google machine, right? The old Google machine, and type in Star Wars news, right? And look what the top stories are. Disney settles Trump supporting Star Wars actor lawsuit from CTV. Yahoo, right-wing Star Wars actress won a battle for free speech. The Polygon, Gina Carano's Lucasfilm settlement leaves the door open for Mandalorian return. Murphy's Multiverse, Lucasfilm developing a slate of Jedi Order films. So then we get into other stuff. But the very top articles, the very top stories here are about Lucasfilm's settlement. Well, not Lucasfilm, Disney's settlement with Gina Carano's lawsuit. And if let's see here, the 2 hours ago, we'll click on this one because I think they have the wording from the settlement. Here's Gina Carano's statement on it. She says, I have come to an agreement with Disney and Lucasfilm, which I believe is the best outcome for all parties involved. I hope this brings some healing to the Force. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to blah, 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 right? And then let's see. I think there's a thing in here about what Disney actually posted. Basically, there's a real big discussion about it. Let's go back and see if CTV put it in their article here. Yeah, the part that Disney posted here said, we look forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Miss Carano in the near future. So look, and they also, they went back to say that everybody she's worked with has had wonderful things to say about her. She's highly liked amongst her coworkers, fellow crew members, things like that. And look, for everything I have seen about Gina, she seems like a lovely person. just a really, really nice person. She got caught up in the social media campaign for all kinds of stuff, right? And she went down a rabbit hole on standing her ground and standing up for what she thought without kind of bending towards what other people wanted her to say. And that pushed the ball forward, and it just got more and more tense. It got more and more heated. And at the end of the day, I think she went too far. Other people went too far. And in the culture we live in, we are bound by these debates, these arguments that go well beyond the franchises involved, right? So if you get an actress who says something on a social platform, whatever that something may be, there's going to be a population who then rise up to oppose the position of that person. And at the end of the day, it hurts the franchises they're involved with. I always equate it back to the sports analogy where, and we're getting ready to start up my favorite sport, right? It's college football, American college football. I'm a huge Ohio State supporter. And so just love going to those games, watching them. But the players and the coaches on the teams, they are very careful when they do interviews not to say something that would inflame the other team, right? You don't want to say anything that the other team can put up on the bulletin board as a motivation to come in and whoop you. All right. You don't want them to come in and be extra angry, extra motivated to beat you in the game. And what we've seen is the same sort of thing now with actors, actresses who say something about some platform and or they're involved in a commercial, Sydney Sweeney, right? Or they're involved in whatever, right? And they say something, all of a sudden the other team, right? I don't care. Like Gina Carano is definitely associated more with the right side of American political spectrum, right? So she's more on the GOP, Republican, even maybe far right. So she says something, the other team wants to do battle, and then escalation begins. And so I think we have seen it happen again and again and again. We saw it with the Acolyte. We've seen it with other Star Wars projects, including even the High Republic, where authors say things that certain people don't like. And those people who don't like what they say then boycott, and they get really boisterous, really angry about the things they said. So look, I try my best to stay out of that. Many of you know, and I've been very open with this, I have been a member of the Republican Party in Ohio since I graduated high school. I helped found the College Republicans at Ohio State Marion campus. I was president of the College Republicans there. I've donated to the Republican Party. I've been involved with Republican politics for the bulk of my life. I try not to bring it into here. And my opinions on topics, my opinions on political things have nothing to do with Star Wars. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to spend time talking about Star Wars. And so Gina Carano has settled this suit with Disney. And now they say that they look forward to working with her. So we come right back to Star Wars. And do you think we will see Gina? Do you think we will see Cara Dune in future Star Wars projects? And I'll start with saying filming for Mandalorian Grogu has been done for a long time. They've been in post-production for a while. And I believe, I'm not certain, I don't have anybody that's told me. I believe they've already finished with post-production. I believe that thing's in the can, ready to go. We could have a Mandalorian Grogu release next week if they wanted to. They can't because of all the scheduling stuff, but just say, I think it's all done. So I don't know that she's going to be in Mandalorian Grogu. Next question, what about Ahsoka Season 2? Well, Ahsoka Season 2 is currently filming over in the UK. And is there a role where Cara Dune would make sense to be in that series? I'm aware of what some of the major story points are for that series, and I want to say that I do think there's a place, because the bulk of the story involves Ahsoka, and Ahsoka is in Peridia, a galaxy far away from the regular galaxy. And she's involved with the whole thing with Sabine and Balin and Shin and perhaps the Mortis gods, right? We see the Mortis gods in those giant statues. So there's a story arc going on there. The other half of that story arc continues from the end of season 1 with Thrawn taking camp, right in orbit right around Dathomir. So if Thrawn is in orbit around Dathomir and he's in this universe, and we stir the hornet's nest to get people involved, you could very well end up with a Ranger of the New Republic, which is the last kind of reference we heard about her. You could very well end up with those Rangers kind of coming in and taking battle. So there is a place for Cara Dune, the Ranger in the New Republic, to show up in Ahsoka Season 2. It's very possible. I don't know how likely, right? They'd have to rewrite things and get her in there. But there's time. There's time. They're still shooting it. So that thing could come to bear. I don't know. Perhaps outside of Ahsoka Season 2, right? Mandalorian Grogu, let's say no. That's not going to happen. Ahsoka Season 2, it could happen. It could very well happen. I don't see her necessarily being involved in Sean Levy's movie. That's 5 years after Rise of Skywalker. You got to remember, Mandalorian takes place a good bit before Force Awakens. So we're maybe 5 years after, around 20 years after Mandalorian to Sean Levy's movie. She's in the Mandoverse, Mandalorian era. I don't see her being in that movie. Outside of that, I don't see a role for her in a movie. So I think the only place we would see Cara Dune is in Ahsoka Season 2. So that's my opinion. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. And again, I'm trying to stay out of the culture wars. Thank you for that, Ihaga. I try to stay out of that the best I can. We'll address it as we need to, but you guys, that's not what my channel is about. I talk about Star Wars. Hello, Mike Yaney. Hello, good to see you. Oh, John Graber, good to see you as well. What an awesome stream. Cara Dune's back and the Risman is not. Anytime Matt Risman's not here is a good time. No, yeah. I love Matt Risman. He's a great guy, and he's also a provocateur, right? That guy, he can make anybody mad, and he likes it. That's the bad part about it. He likes making people mad. He enjoys it. Good to see you, John. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Open to Mando return. Just because they settled does not mean she's back to Star Wars. That's right. The quote says, "We look forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Miss Carano in the near future." And this is from Disney, not from Lucasfilm, Disney. So I've told you, I think the best opportunity for her in Star Wars would be Ahsoka season 2. I think the most likely place we would see Gina Carano involved with anything on in Disney would be outside of Star Wars. Do you think she could show up in a Marvel project? Might she show up as a voice actress in an animated project with Pixar or something like that? Could she show up in a live action movie adaptation of some animated movie? Good question. Good question. They're looking for an opportunity to work with her. I don't think it means necessarily Lucasfilm. I don't think it necessarily means Star Wars. Could be Ahsoka season 2. Outside of that, I don't see any place for Cara Dune in the current projects. Now, there's some projects that are on the shelf. You know, they just have to dust them off, get the cobwebs off of there, and we could launch, say, Rangers of the New Republic, which was a series that was announced some time ago. But I think a lot of the funding, a lot of the revenue for making high budget live stream series is gone. Right? I think those days are gone. If we end up with another live action series outside of Ahsoka season 2, which is already, in motion, I don't know, right? I just don't know the next time we will see another live action series announced for Star Wars. Maybe they will. D23 is coming right up. We'll see. Maybe they get to do something. Maybe they do something soon. Well, here's the thing, Thronkill. And I mentioned this some time ago. Back in the day, back in the good old days, let's take the Wayback Machine. There was another political thing that kind of hit Hollywood. And what is happening now is sort of the reverse of it, right? So following World War II, there was a big push to get those communists out of Hollywood. And there was an anti-communism movement that got a lot of actors, a lot of directors and writers and stuff unemployed. To say the least. They were driven out, and they were pursued by Congress, by the government, right? The government went after them, and they lost their jobs. Following that, there were some laws passed that said, hey, and this is specific to the entertainment industry, you can't be fired because you are a Republican, or you can't be fired because you're a Democrat. You can't even be fired if you're a communist. Well, you're not allowed to. And that's what got caught up here. There's also another thing involved where it says companies are allowed to hire and fire. I actually heard Josh Lucas talking about it in Pennsylvania. It's also a thing here in Ohio. It's a right to work state. It's you could be fired for any reason. They don't even have to give you a reason. They're like, we don't like the cut of your jib. You're gone, right? And you're just going, just like that. Santa Clauses. I'm a real bearded Santa. Santa Clauses get fired for saying things very unlike what they should be doing when they're visiting with children at Christmas time, right? They'll say something political, or they'll say something. I know one Santa kind of made big news. One Santa got fired because he refused to tell a kid that he could have a BB gun for Christmas. He was anti-gun, and he got all worked up about it. And the kid asked for a BB gun, and the Santa says, "I won't do it." Right? Like, he got really adamant about it, and the parents got offended. The parents complained, and Santa gone. Right? So, look, you can be fired because you agree or disagree with the company's position on things. I've told many of you, I work for a major banking institute, financial institute, a global financial institute for 18 years. And they said, if you post anything on social media that disagrees with our stances on platforms, you can be fired, right? If you disagree with something that they stand for and you post it on social media, you could be fired. I found my way out of that company, right? Because I don't agree with many of the positions that they hold publicly. And they said that applied to my own personal social media account. So if I go on Facebook or I go on Twitter and I say, red's my favorite color, and they have posted their official position is blue is the favorite color. Blue is the color that we stand by. Blue is the color that we think we want to support. We're going to financially back blue. And I go on my social platform and I say, I like red. They say, you're fired. You're gone. That's the thing here with Pedro. Pedro, yeah, he said inflammatory things, just as inflammatory, just as kind of out there as Gina did. But he agreed with what their position was, right? I don't think Cara will return. Corporate and tying things up nicely. Yeah, I think so too, Ihadga. She might show up. I could see her showing up in something, so I'm not sure. Yeah, she's been very public about her views, and so is Pedro. Yeah, I get it. Let's get on. I want to get past this. I want to get to Star Wars, you guys. Let's be glad she's back and move on. Let's not make stories about it, right? I don't think Gina is in Mando movie. She's not. She is not. They would have to go back and film something and then go back to editing and re-edit. I think they're already done with post-production. They're done with filming. So she's not in the Mando movie. It's just not. That's not it. It could mean for any Disney show. Me Payne is absolutely right. It could be for any. My name's pronounced like Roger. Ihadga. With a J, right? The J in it. Haja. Haja. Did I get it right? I think that's right. Peanut. Yes, Peanut is over there. She's making noise. She's playing on. She's hanging upside down on her gym over there. She's having a good time. She might fly over here and visit during the show. We'll see. Anytime I get talking, she gets excited and she wants to get involved. So you'll see that she'll probably show up. Even Santas have clauses. We're learning this evening. Yes. Knee pain. Organizations use policies like that, like Disney says, anything can be sexual harassment to make it easier to fire people with little or no accountability. Exactly. They make the policies and then that's the way it is, right? That's the way it is. So there you go. I think that's enough. It's the biggest story on the internet in Star Wars land today, as we sit here. And look, we'll see. If she's not in Ahsoka season 2, I don't think she's going to be in Star Wars. I think she might show up in some Disney project, but that'll be to be determined. That's it. That's all. That's all. And that's it. All right. So look, there was another piece of news that came out this week, and it was actually I was working with my guy to get a thumbnail. We were going to do something about directors who said, I got better things to do than Star Wars. I'll get to Star Wars when I get to it. Famously, there's oh shoot, his name just escaped me. The guy that did Thor: Love and Thunder. Oh shoot, you guys don't get the name. I lost his name. Taika Waititi. Taika. And Taika's on Taika time, right? So Taika will do his movie when he's good and ready, when he feels like it, right? Other than that, who knows when Taika will do his Star Wars movie? Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Who's to say? And other news, I hear Matt Smith is in Star Wars. Yeah, we're going to get thank you for that, Saber Smith. So Taika is on Taika time. Well, we know the excuse Rian Johnson didn't do his trilogy or hasn't done it yet. He's so busy. He's got other things. He's still going to do a trilogy. Of course he is, but he's just busy. He'll get to it when he gets to it. And Taika, he'll get to it when he gets to it. You know who else is on their own time frame? They're going to do Star Wars when they're going to do it, right? When's that Lando movie coming about? when are we going to see? When are we going to see Donald Glover actually do his Lando movie? That was announced. Where is he? Well, now James Mangold. Add James Mangold to the list. We got this story. James Mangold was going to do Dawn of the Jedi, and this Dawn of the Jedi movie, it says I ain't gonna have to wait. I got other things to do. Right? He was gonna do a DC movie, Swamp Thing. They put here. He's gonna do a Star Wars movie, Dawn of the Jedi, and but now it says he's doing something else. Right? We hope he'll come back when he's ready, but he's busy. He's busy. We'll do it when we feel like it. So they had already announced like Mangold's movie was going to show up, and they had it on the list, and it was in the queue, so to speak. But now what, right? So it raises a question, and I just did the went to the Google machine again. This is fun. I do it just for fun. I went to the Google machine and I said, Star Wars next movies. That's my query, right? That's my question. So there, the very first thing it says, and this is like their AI response, it says titled Star Wars Starfighter and slated for 2027. Ryan Gosling, Mia Goth, and Matt Smith. There it is, Matt Smith. This was the other announcement, right? It takes place around 5 years after the Rise of Skywalker. It says Mangold's Force origin story also appears to be gaining momentum. This is an old AI doesn't know. Shh, don't tell Google. They don't know yet. But anyway, yeah, Matt Smith, the Matt Smith, the one that was going to be in Rise of Skywalker, and then that didn't happen. But Matt Smith was announced, and he's going to be a bad guy. Furthermore, they announced that it looks like I've got some pictures to share with you guys. This is on my Discord. If you haven't followed my Discord, you should. Right, my Discord, I post things there. But let's see. I'm going to pull this up. Let me open this. All right, he's got a villain role. Let me. I've got to get a couple things ready. Sorry about this. I should have had them ready before. Santa, come on, get your act together, dude. Let me open this because there's some pictures that nobody talks about, and I think they should. So I'm gonna open this. That has to do with this Starfighter movie. What do you guys think the Starfighter movie's about? By the way, and I'm going to close this poll where I asked on the Gina Carano thing. What do you think about Gina's return? 42% say you love it. 42%, it doesn't matter. I'm neither way. And then we have 16% says I don't want to see her. I'm done. All right, so I'm going to end that poll. But I want to share with you. What do you think about this this announcement? Let me share something here. I've got it right here. All right, so we've got this movie coming up. This is too big. Right. Starfighter. One of the things they said in there. What do you think Starfighter is about? What do you think the gist of it? You hear the term Starfighter. You've heard some things about it. You've read some things about it. You listen to Star Wars Meg and others, right? Speculate. Mike, from a guy who loves Star Wars, I listen to him as often as I can. But there's lots of speculation about it. And I think a lot of people are off. Just my opinion. I have my own opinion about this Starfighter movie, and it's based off of information that I've seen with my own eyeballs. And the word Starfighter, what is an Xwing? Like if you were to finish, it's an Xwing. We're going to build an Xwing. We've been building a cardboard version of an Xwing. What is an Xwing? It's a starfighter, right? It's a spaceship. It's not about spaceships. It's a spaceship. And this movie, Matt Smith is playing a bad guy, right? He is House of Dragons, Star Wars crossover. Oh, dragons and Star Wars. You gotta love that. Who doesn't like that, right? But let me show this. Back at Celebration, when they announced this, they opened the doors. You can see the doors are slid open, and you got Kathy Kennedy and Dave Filoni standing right there. And in the background is a vessel, a ship. And in this picture, there's some additional. Hey, Peanut, you want to come over here? Come on, girl. Quit screaming. Come on. She's giving me the side eye. She's like, I don't think so. All right, but here's the spaceship. Look, here's Ryan Gosling and Sean Levy walking in front of the spaceship. And then here's another picture of the spaceship. This starfighter, I think, involves a pilot of, you guessed it, a starfighter. Right? So we know that it's a pilot of a starfighter. That's the identity of the guy, right? He's a starfighter. That's the name of the movie, for Pete's sake, right? That's the name of the movie, Starfighter. They showed us the ship when they made the announcement. This was from Celebration. This isn't any secret information. This is Celebration. The door's open. The ship's right there. You can see it with your own eyeballs. Let me go ahead and zoom in on this a little bit, because I think there's some interesting details about this spaceship, right? So you can see them walking in front of it. There's the foot that's down, and it's got these prongs that come out of the front. You can see it like an engine or something right here. Maybe it's a torpedo bay of some sort, right? A cannon of some sort. But also you can kind of see through these prongs at the front. It's got at least 3 prongs. You can see the one in the front here that's lit. There's another one right behind, and there's one on the bottom. It's 3 or 4 prongs coming out the front that are separated. That leads me to believe it might be like a B-wing, right? These might flare back or flare open, right? Right now they're in the closed position. They're forward. And you really can't see a lot of this, right? Because it kind of ends right there. I don't see any kind of pivot on them. It may be way in the back where they open up to the back. I'm not sure. And let's take a look at this one, right? This is almost the same picture. You get a little better view of this front piece here, this nose piece. I'm not exactly sure what this is. And then lastly, there's this picture, and they're not in front of it. But again, I think maybe this is like a B-wing, right? Where these things come forward and they kind of close, and then they can be retracted and they can open. I just speculation. It's just from these tiny little pictures that we had, right? It also said that his character is not a force sensitive. This guy is a general of some sort, and does he work for the Empire? Well, the Empire's been gone. The First Order, they've been gone. And I know there's some speculation. I heard Matt Risman talk about it on EBN last night. And then I heard Meg talk about it as well. Is this a remnant? We've done remnants before, even in the EU. If you go, you read, there's the remnant of the Empire, and you have a bunch of folks involved there, involving even Jaina Solo's like boyfriend, right? he's a leftover there's all this going on. So is this guy a remnant of the First Order? Like, the First Order wasn't necessarily all destroyed. We saw the new order, or whatever it was that Palpatine was going to launch, right? The final order. That final order was out on Exegol. It's gone. But what about the First Order folks that were not at Exegol? Is this a leftover guy from there? Or why is he chasing this starfighter dude anyway? When there's a thing about his nephew is being hunted, and we have 2 now villains of this movie. All right, we have two villains. Let me share this again. Here's the story. He lands this new role, Matt Smith, and he's along with Mia Goth. Mia Goth is also scheduled to be a bad guy. So you've got Matt Smith and Mia Goth chasing the Starfighter and his nephew. Is this a remake of Mando Grogu? Like, Mandalorian, he's got the child. And the child, what's he got to do? He's got to save it from the Empire, right? The remnants of the Empire, the folks that want to experiment him. Is Grogu being used by Palpatine to work on his cloning projects? What's the deal there? We know you've watched it, you've seen it, but so you've got Mando protecting the child. They're running and trying to take the child to his kind, right? They get him to Luke Skywalker. The child, Grogu, is force sensitive, and that's why he's of interest. So a lot of people have spun that up to be the story of Starfighter, the Starfighter, the good guy, right? Ryan Gosling. He is taking the nephew, the Grogu of this story, to his kind, or from the Empire, the remnants of the Empire. I don't know. That sounds too much like Mando Grogu. Like, they've done that story. That story's been done a couple of times in Star Wars, if you think about it. Why would they do that same story again? Star Wars fans, we like to make everybody the same, right? There's all the, back in the day, your Snoke theory sucks, right? But everybody thought Snoke was Plagueis. There was a lot of speculation. Snoke is Plagueis, or Plagueis is all these speculations and rumors of Plagueis. Oh my goodness! What's going on there? I don't think so. I think this will have some other thing. I don't know yet who these bad guys are. And this is sort of the exciting part about this whole Levy movie. We don't know. My friends, we don't know. All we know here so far is that the bad guys aren't force sensitives, or at least Matt Smith's character's not. We don't know about Mia Goth yet, but I suspect she's not either. Maybe she is. Maybe Matt Smith is playing the let's equate it to somebody. Maybe oh shoot, what's his name? I just lost his name from A New Hope. Tarkin. Maybe Matt Smith is playing the Tarkin of this story. And Mia Goth is the Darth Vader of the story, right? Tarkin, he's the general, or Moff. He's the military guy, and Vader, he is the force sensitive baddie, right? Who's chasing down folks. Is Mia Goth the Darth Vader of the story? I don't think so. Why? I don't think so. I'm looking forward to learning more. But at this point, I don't. And we do not know. I've heard that we may get an announcement about this nephew, this casting news somewhat soon, but we don't have it yet. So look, so there's the story on Matt Smith, Sean Levy's movie. It's moving forward. They're getting ready to do some filming, and I'm excited to learn more. I'd like to know a little bit about what is this story about. We've got very, very little, right? There was a thing about, the nephew and them chasing him, and why are Matt Smith and Mia Goth trying to chase this nephew? Why are they running? What is it that they have? What's the importance? What's going on after the fall of the First Order? We don't have a New Republic. The New Republic was bloated up, right? In Force Awakens, gone. It's gone. It doesn't exist. There's no Republic. There's no Empire. There's no first order. There's no final order. What's the state of the galaxy? What's the state of the galaxy? What is going on out there? Who are the powers? What are the powers? What's going on? We have different factions kind of clawing for power, right? Vying for power against one another. And perhaps this Matt Smith and Mia Goth, they have their own conglomerate of power of some sort. And the nephew has a secret store of wealth, of arms, of something that's important to this power group that want to have more power. Who knows? I certainly don't. I see. I had you. You've got. I'd rather have a dark side underworld rising, that imperial style setup again. Let the criminal people have fun as no power or Sith order. Hey, I like that. I can also just see power vacuums, and you get people like the Crimson Dawn. You get people like, oh shoot, what was it back? There's all these different. You got the Hutt Cartel, and you've got all these really villainous kind of powerful groups battling for one another. And if you're just a simple guy trying to make your way through the galaxy, how do you navigate each of these power sources just to live peacefully? How do you navigate your way around day to day with the Hutts wanting their allegiance or power, and you got like Crimson Dawn or whomever, right? All vying for power against one another. It could be a very dangerous, very kind of the Pikes, the Pikes, the Pikes and all that, right? It could be very, very dangerous galaxy to live in. Could be very interesting. I don't know. So what's it going to be about? We haven't heard yet. We have seen a spaceship. We've seen it. It's there. Oh boy! And what's going to happen with that? I don't know. And what's the next movie? Now that Mangold has said, I've got other things to do. Taika is on Taika time. Do you think Taika will actually deliver his movie after Levy's movie? What's the next movie? I see Meg made a really good point. Like Dave Filoni, he's in-house, right? He's there. He works there. Maybe this is the Mangold movie. Well, we don't know about the Mangold movie. Dave works there, right? They've got him. He's not like going to find something else to do. Dave's gonna do what Dave's doing for Lucasfilm. He's doing Star Wars. It'll have Ahsoka in it for sure. Will we get Dave's movie next? The one that comes after Ahsoka season 2. That's supposed to tie together Mandalorian, right? You've got Mandalore with Bo-Katan and all of that. You've got hey, why don't you come here? Come on, girl. You're up there screaming. Why don't you come visit? Come on. You're a good girl. She said, nope, I'm not doing it. So what will be the next thing? Will it be, there was this speculation, and we saw this come out, the Star Wars rumors suggest what comes next for Lucasfilm. Well, what does come next for Lucasfilm now that Mangold's out, right? Well, there it is, right at the top of the story. It's Rey. All right. Will we get, it says that a new rumor regarding the future of Star Wars has emerged online. The most recent Star Wars movie was Rise of Skywalker, and then we've got Starfighter. And then what's after that? Well, according to Daniel Rickman, Daniel RPK, who gets a lot right, he gets a lot wrong. Says according to him, they plan to create a new Jedi Order era. Think Mandoverse. This is a new Jedi Orderverse. right? Then that will be set after the events of Rise of Skywalker, presumably even after Starfighter, right? It's in the same time frame. This era will be similar to the Mandoverse and will gradually build towards a major event that brings together characters introduced in past films. Well, characters like Rey, Finn, Poe, Rose, maybe even, DJ. You don't know, right? Says, according to Rickman, the era will begin with the upcoming Daisy Ridley Rey movie. It's just a rumor, should be taken with a grain of salt. Well, maybe a big one, right? It's not been officially confirmed by Lucasfilm. It's known that Charmin Obaid-Chinoy has been tapped to direct the movie. I'm not sure that that's still true. It's been a long time. What's she doing? Is she involved with anything else? Is she still available? Is she still directing this movie? Remember, she's not the writer. We've had 3 different writers, at least, maybe 4 at this point, who have been working on the script for the movie. Charmin Obaid-Chinoy is the director of the movie, at least as we know it now. Says it will feature Rey about 15 years after Rise of Skywalker. So we get Starfighter 5 years after Rise of Skywalker, and then Rey's movie 15 years after. So a number of writers depart, with George Nolfi having been tapped to write the screenplay this year. So George Nolfi is the guy who's currently on it, so to speak. The Mandoverse, meanwhile, includes Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, which Dave Filoni's been involved with. So there you go. Is it going to be the Mandoverse culmination movie that follows Ahsoka season 2? Is that the next movie? Or will it be Rey's new Jedi Order movie that's going to kick off a new Jedi Order verse? What's next? Good question. Who are the bad guys? Good question. Maybe Starfighter will tell us. And when will we find out? When will we find out? I don't know. D23 is coming. Will they announce anything at D23? Anybody's guess. Absolutely anybody's guess. The last thing to do as far as news is concerned is I just like to go check what's StarWars.com talking about. Well, look, they're still talking about Andor. And here's which ship should you pilot? You want to see what ship we should pilot? There's the Coca-Cola stuff. We've got Andor, more Andor, and lots of Andor. The 50th anniversary of A New Hope. We talked about that last week. And then Andor, and now let's find out what kind of ship should we pilot. Let's see, what's it say? What Star Wars ship should you pilot? What ship should Santa pilot? What's my sleigh in Star Wars? Will there be a Tails anywhere in there? There should be, yes. Sabersmith. In fact, there's from a Star Wars series perspective, we do have several things. Next up, I believe, is the Lego movie that's coming in September. Tails will certainly have more. And then we have Visions season 3 already lined up, as well as a spinoff of Visions based around the 9th Jedi. So there's several animated projects, followed then by the Maul animated series that's coming next year. So lots of other animated front from a series perspective. Live action, we've only got Ahsoka season 2. And it's my opinion that there's not enough ROI involved in live action to bring more live action shows after that. I think it's done. We're going to move to movies, theatrical releases. So we've got that. All right. So take the quiz. Here we go. How important is a well-functioning hyperdrive on your trip? So, Santa's got to be able to traverse quickly. I've got to get from point A to point B at the speed of light. I definitely need to have a fast. It's essential. It's 100% essential, right? So you don't need a hyperdrive. If it breaks, you can fix it. I'm not a fix-it guy. That's what the elves are for. Oh, that's what the elves are for. I need to be able. So I'm going to put it's essential. Which of these can you not live without? Well, a good kitchen, strong shields, a booster button, or a smuggling compartment. Oh, nobody likes a skinny Santa. Do you know what movie that comes from? What movie does that come from? Right? Nobody likes a skinny Santa. Eat, Papa, eat. No, I need a good kitchen, right? What droid would you like on your ship? A protocol droid, an astromech, a BD-1 unit, or SME, the first mate for me. It's me. I think an astromech, it's the closest thing to an elf that from a droid perspective. I'll take an astromech. How many people do you want to fit on your ship? Well, we only need a couple, right? Santa carries lots of gifts. We have gifts. Hi, Haja. You've been here. You know Santa. You know Santa. Look at that. Astro all the way. Why I oughta. Look, you're trying to haze me since Matt Risman's not here. Is that it? We don't need no Astro Boy in Star Wars. Come on. How many people? 3 or 4 buddies, 1 other person max. I like to travel with a group of my close friends where there's only room for me. I'll take the 1 other person max. 3 or 4 buddies. How many elves do I want along the way? I'll take just 1 other person, right? All right. Where are we headed? Are we headed? I'm ready to get lost. The Death Star, the nearest cantina. I'm on the run. Don't ask. Oh, Santa's secretive, right? Travel. You can't be seen. So I'm on the run. Don't ask, right? Don't ask. What best describes your affiliation? I'm still finding my place. I like the dark side. A rebel, a scoundrel. Oh, what is Santa? Santa's not a dark side or a scoundrel. Santa's not a scoundrel. Unless maybe. Now I'm going to go with a rebel. I'm a rebel. Which of these add-ons do you need? A special seat for my little buddy, right? The elf. Does he need a little seat for his little buddy? Extra cargo space for my loot. Well, Santa does need lots of cargo space for all those toys. A place to meditate or a small shuttle. Well, I'm going to go with the extra cargo space. Now, which of these scenarios is more likely during your trip? I fill up on Skaz states. I run into pirates. I run into trouble with the local government. I lose control of my ship. Well, Santa travels near the speed of light. We got to travel all around the world. And there are governments that are not necessarily supportive of the jolly green or the jolly elf, jolly green giant. I went wrong guy. That's not me, right? Santa may run into trouble with the government from time to time. How do you feel about flying through asteroid fields? I won't survive it. Been there, done that. I can fly through anything. I can fly through anything. We'll do that. What best describes your ideal ship? Roomy and equipped for adventure. I've seen better days, but it's not. It's got it where it counts. It's cramped. Standard issue, 0 modifications, or one of a kind and made for speed. Well, there's your answer. One of a kind, made for speed. Oh, get ready. I have Din Djarin's N1 Starfighter. Wait. How does this? Wait, what? How? You can't carry toys in that. What? How? That doesn't have extra cargo space. I put that on my list. I need the extra cargo space. How's this happen? This is wrong. It's wrong. I'm just saying. That's not the ship for Santa. Come on now. That's not it. Wrong one. Well, it's a fun game, right? We just play the game. Take it as it comes. I lost my window. Where'd it go? Where am I? Here I am. There we go. Mind you, seeing as you are a Star Wars Santa with a parrot, Smee would give you a pirate vibe. Ahoy! Ahead. That's true. Maybe I should have said that. Good point. Yeah, I'm traveling light. Nobody's getting toys this year. Come here, Peanut. Come on. Come on. People want to see you. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. Come. Come on. Come on, girl. Yeah, she'd give me side eye again. She's not going to do it. All right. Hey, I want to get back to building this this Xwing. Right? We've been building an Xwing. I just did step 1 last week. And so let's do this. I'll keep watching the chat here. And look, we've only got this part built, right? We just finished the first step. And look, here's our instructions. That we're going to try to do these 2 pages. You can see by the end, it actually starts to look like right. Look, it's not my fault. They didn't give me a ship worthy of carrying toys. What am I supposed to do, Haja? I don't know. No, not my fault. So we're going to work on this, and we'll see if Peanut's going to keep screaming at me. And look, we've got all these parts here. So I need my reading glasses. I got to be able to see up close. Thank you all for hanging out here with me. It's been great visiting with you. I know there's not a lot of us here, but I'm having fun. I hope you are too. And let's see. We're on to page 3. Page 3 here, where it wants us to get some more parts here to put together. We need A21, 18, 21, and 22. So we got to go back to our sheet. Here's sheet A. Right, this is sheet A. We need 18. So let's find A18 on here. There's 17. There's 18 right there. All right, so we pop out A18. And then we need 21 and 22. So there's 18. Here's 21 and 22 right down there. It's hard to see because of, there we go. 21, 22 right here. Yeah, Peanut's in full R2 on Dagobah mode at times. Astro whistles. Yeah, she hasn't fired any salvos my way. I haven't heard any pew pew. Right, she does that too. So all right, there. We'll set this down here, and it wants us to put these together. Yeah. All right, and then. Let's see, 18 and 22. We go this way. It shows 18. Whoops. Oh, gotta get that one. It fell. Hold on. Oh. All right. It shows 18 in front. No, 22 in front and 21 in back. So here's 22. It says 22 right on it. And here's 21. Like that. 21, 22. So we'll put them this way. And then it wants us to put 18 right across the, let's see here. Oh, hold on a second. Got some goop on when that fell. All right. There we go. I know one way to get Peanut over here. Yeah. If I open the peanut butter, she'll come right on over. No, she loves peanut butter. All right, so it wants us to put this piece in right in between, right there. And if you guys remember, like it's got color-coded numbers on it. And this one's got 15 and 15, right like that. And they're green. So the green 15s go together. Just like that. And then this one has the same thing, right? It's got a 15 on it right there, the green 15. And we'll put it right here. Right, they go together just like this. There we go. Right, and then, right, so that part's done. What's next? Next, it wants us to get A10 and B4. A10 and B4. And they go, and then we got this whole assembly to do back here. All right, we'll just do these two, A10, B4. All right, so we'll set this aside. Oh, there's A10. A10 is a colorful piece right there. All right, we get this part right here. There we go. It's going to start looking like an Xwing here pretty soon. There's A10. And then we got to get to sheet B, right? And we need B4. So where's 4? Here's A. Here's B. This is sheet B. There's 6, 3, 7, 4. B4 right here. Oh, look. This is the cockpit, right? We got the cockpit right there. This is exciting. It's going to start looking like an Xwing. There we go. Take that. Sheet A. Sheet B. All right. Now, A and B. It says A10 goes right over the top. I see what we're doing. We're putting the skin on. So A10, it has us putting over the top here. You got to punch some things out, right? It's going to go. Wait, this is not A. Where did A10 go? Hold on. Hold on. That's the B. This is B4. Where did A10? You got. Where'd you go? Oh, there it is. It's over here. It's over here. All right, there we go. A10. All right, so this has got to go over the front. We're going to take it right here. This is going to go right over the front. So you got to bend this. Bend this. I need to take shape to fit over, right? And it's going to go right over there. See that? So we got to just get it to line up. Let's see. Where's it line up? I see. So the very front piece here, it's got a little slot here in the front, goes right in the middle there, right? Going to see the movie Weapons tonight. Looks great. Reviews have been fantastic. Brandon Fraser's new movie looks great too. You know what? Don't shoot me. No, don't shoot me. I still haven't seen Fantastic Four in the theater. Oh, there you go. I confessed. You guys have heard it. What kind of nerd am I if I haven't seen Fantastic Four yet? I've had my chance. No, I haven't. I've been busy. That's why I haven't seen it. I planned to see it. I had planned to go see it already, but things happen. You know, you get busy, you get sidetracked, and you miss things. So at this point, I hope to go see it soon. I got plans next weekend too, and it's going to have me away. I need to punch out these little slots, right, so that I can get this to fit. I hope to see it soon. I imagine all of you have probably already seen Fantastic Four. I'm the biggest loser here, right, that I haven't gone and seen it yet. I'd be like, Santa, how dare you? Stop what you're doing. Who needs an Xwing? Go now. See Fantastic Four. Right? Okay, I understand. I get it. Let's see. This does not want to go there. It's probably got to go. I'm having trouble. So it's got these little red spots. I gotta look. Where's this go? I said, Sabersmith says, I saw it, and I think you enjoyed seeing Superman more. I did like Superman a lot. Let's see. This guy's going. Okay. Here. It goes here. This plugs into these pieces. I thought Superman was really well done. Not my favorite Superman movie of all the Superman movies, but daggone, it was a good one. A really good Superman movie. Quite enjoyable. What's the deal here? This guy does not want to go. Some of my joints aren't lining up like it's saying. I'm having trouble. Okay, so if this goes here, And this is supposed to plug into these slots on here, A10, but it doesn't. I can get it maybe on these slots here. Right, that one, this one here. Maybe I put this together wrong. Is this, maybe this is supposed to go. How did I put this on? Oh, haha, Santa's an idiot. Santa, you're not a smart boy, are you? This is why the elves make the toys. The elves make the toys, not Santa. I had it upside down. Oh, if you know me, you know that that's common. Oh my goodness, I'm such a doofus. Oh goodness gracious! There we go. Look, it fits together when you put it the right way. It goes right on there, perfectly, like they made it this way. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. It's stunning. It just goes right together. Look, everything lines up. This goes right in there. This thing, I think I'm going to have to use some glue to get this to stay, actually. But we'll see. We'll see. Get these all put together. F4, I thought it was just okay. I'm probably going to skip F4 at the theater. There we go. And you guys may know my youngest daughter, she works for AMC Theaters. And I can go see all the movies I want, but I just don't have time. There you go. Look, it fit right together. That's great. Honest mistake. I could never do this. Lego is my cutoff. Look, Lego get me sometimes too. And I'll tell you something. When you're putting together a Lego set, you don't want to find your step on like step 72 and find out you did step 15 wrong. Oh boy. Because that's how long it takes. Like you do this step and then like you get 12 pages later and you find out, oh no, and you got to go back. That's the worst. I tell you, that's the worst. Nobody wants that. Okay, there we go. So now we take this part. We gotta take this, and we gotta punch out the little pieces on this too, right? So we'll punch these out like that. There we go. So we can attach it to the Xwing here. All right. Here we go. Excellent. All right. I'm going to punch out a couple more of these. There we go. Almost. One more. Right there. There we go. Oh, that one didn't come all the way out. I gotta. This guy's got to come. There we go. There we go. I think I got them all. Right. And you think for years later, notice the wings are upside down. Oh no, no. That would not be good. That would not be good, my friend. But yours is distinct. It's not like anybody else's, is it? All right. So they want you to bend these. All right. We're going to have to get this kind of shaped, and it's going to go right on here. All right. So look at that. This is going to attach right here. I'll put this right in there. Bend it right over the top. And the other side. Oh, man. These are just popping right in place. Every single one just popped right in place. Look at that. Really nice. These are all just stuck right in there where they go. This bends over the top. And there's two little pieces there. So this is going to take just a little bit of convincing because we've got to bend it. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Look at that. Look at that. That's starting to look like an Xwing, my friends. That's really looking good. Let's get this. This tab is not quite attached. Give it a little extra There we go. There we go. It's coming together nicely. Yes, it is. This is a big step, like putting the skin on the fuselage. This piece here, you're being a little stinker. Let's see. It's just crushing the cardboard down there. Don't want to crush the cardboard, right? Because then it'll never go together. We want that to be nice and right. Don't crush the cardboard. Don't do it. You just need to go in the right. This guy here is being just a little bit contrary. There we go. There we go. Just uh-oh. I think it's bent. I think this cardboard here is not gonna. I don't think it's gonna cooperate. I think this one's more or less toast. It's in trouble. This guy does not want to. Let's see. That one up there fits just nice. This one down here, though, boy, oh boy. Let's see if I can get it to. Oh, all right. We're going to take this. Let's see if we can use the knife to help guide it into the slot. All right. If we can get that to slot in there. All right. Come on. Go in there. Oh my goodness. That is just not cooperating at all. Like even with the knife, it's just like not gonna do it. It's really fighting. All right. Well, we're gonna have to use glue. We're gonna have to glue that sucker down because it's just not gonna. This is not gonna fit. All right. So here we go. We get the glue. When you're working with a cardboard model, sometimes you just got to take your L, take your loss, and use the glue. I'm going to put a little dab of glue in there and see if we can get it to stick, because it's not going to go in the slot the way that it should. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. All right. Here we go. Let's see if we can bend it to our will now. Put this in here. We're gonna just push this together. That is not pretty. This is just not. That is not happening nicely. Okay. Well, it's glued. It's glued, so I know it'll stick. Right? All right. Well, that's going to have to be it. Like this side here is all like mangled, right? This side over here, that peg went right in there. No problem. This one, not as much. All right. So we've got a little. Okay. All right. Now what? Now what? Oh, let's go back. I skipped a little bit. Up here where I put this together, you're supposed to attach it back here. All right, so I've got it right here. Take this, right? You can see the picture right there, right here, right? Take this, and then 16 goes to 16, right there. 17 to 17, 19 to 9, or 18 to 18 here, right? All of this goes together right there. Yeah, looks like maybe it's a little bit tighter. Yeah, look at that. That's good and seated. All right, I'm gonna make sure it's seated really well. There we go. There we go. All right, now we got to put this back piece together. Right here, we've got to get A14 and then a bunch of B's. So let's get A14 first. All right, so we take A14. It should be this one right here. Right, so this is the, look here, we got the engines back here. This guy, yeah, that's gonna go on there. And then we take A and set it aside for a minute. And then I need to get into the B sheet. And B, I need 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 8, B8. Woo! B, there's 7. B8. Ooh, a little guy. This is a little guy right here. B8. All right, there's 8. And then we need 12. There they are. Oh, it's all these little ones. There's a whole slew of them. All right, there's 12. And then 13 is right next to it. All right. 14 right there. 15 right here. Man. And then 16 is right there. All right, we need all of these. Woo! All right, well, let's set this aside for a moment, and we take this big pack piece, right? And we're gonna attach. Where did I say? Oh, right there. All right, we take this. This is 14, A14. One piece didn't come loose. Second. Gonna clear these out. There you go. Get that out. Touch these little guys out right here. And then I'll show you guys. There's a neat little, they did a really good job with this, because if you look, I guess this got all these color codings, right? We've got a red circle, red star, purple circle, purple star, green circle, green star. Look, you want to guess what's on here? There's a red circle, right? So it says take 14, the circle and the circle, they go together just like that, right? Circle and circle, they match. Look at that. Takes kind of the guesswork out of it, doesn't it? So circle goes to circle. That's nice. And then we're going to take the next one. We need the red star. Red star to red star. And that fits right in there. Right. And then we need purple circle. Purple circle. And then, wait, I think I got purple circle upside down. In fact, no. See these little barbs? They point out. They point out. So far so good. It's not wanting to focus. Focus down here, guy. By the way, I'm going to update the camera here soon. Real soon. Okay, so then purple circle. Then we need purple star. This way. Purple star. Then green circle. goes next. All right, green circle. Get it seated in there well. And then green star. Green star. All right, there they go. All these pieces fit like there. And all of them have the, like, see the little tab is sticking outward on all of them. Right? So now it wants us to attach this to the back of the Xwing. So we take this, and then it goes with the artwork out. Right? So you talk about putting things together backwards. You don't want to do that. Right? You want to make sure the artwork goes out. Artwork out, and then it says this is going to attach to this right here. Right, this has got these two. Yeah, this is going to go right in here. These two pieces attach in there, and then it's got two little studs here, and the studs are going to poke right through the back there to hold it on. So let's get it stuck in there. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. We had no issues. Everybody went together nicely. Real nice. Right? That's all perfect. That is all perfect right there. Look at that. Great. Great. All right. So that finishes that side. Let's move around to the other side. Woo! We're coming right along. We need B21, 22, B18. All right, we need B18 first. All right, so let's grab our B sheet and find 18. It's right here. B18 is this little horseshoe looking thing right there. And take B18. All right, we need that. And then we need, what are the other ones? 21, 22, and 24. B18, and then 21, 22, and 24. B18, 21, 22. Oh, it's R2. B18, B21, B21. We're into the R2 pieces here. We're going to put R2 together. There's 18. There's 21. There's 22 right here, right next to it. And then 24. Where's 24? There's 19, 20, 23, 24 right there. 24 is just this little piece right here. All right, so we'll get that. There we go. And now we've put them together. And then we're gonna do the rest of R2 here in a second. So first it says take 22. That's 18. 21. There's 22. Right? It's got 22 this way. And then it says put 24. There's 24. There's 24. 18. 24. Okay, this goes this way. 4 and 8. It's got these little numbers on it. Right? It's got 4 and 8 right there. Come on, focus. Why doesn't it cooperate? Come on, camera. Let's see. There you go. It's got a 4 and 8 right on it. So it's supposed to be 4 in front and then 8 in back, like that. And then we need 24, and it's supposed to have 3 in front and 7 in back. So we'll flip it over this way, and then they go together like that. Right there. Woo! Very loose. This doesn't fit real tightly together yet. And then we want 21. 21 has 2 in front, right? And it's got 6 in back. And it goes, hold on, let's set this down. It goes over this 1 and 5. 1 and 5. 2 and 6. It goes like this, right? And I think I did it out of order. So now I take 22. Where's 22? 22, 4, 1, 1, 2, and 3 are supposed to be like lined up. 1. There's 1. Man, this is confusing. 1. There's 2. All right. Then 3. 3. Man. 1, 2, 3. And then 4 is supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4. Okay. Santa. This is hard. How are the numbers for the gunship going? Haven't heard anything. Oh, Sabersmith. You know, I didn't post that. I need to do that. Let me take a break from this in just a second here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got them all lined up, but like a little bit wrong. Right? It's supposed to be all flared out. Let's see. How's the gunship doing? HasLab. Hasbro Pulse. HasLab Star Wars. Let's see. How is it today? Today it is at 3,072 of 8,000. Woo! It is stalling out bad. It is really stalling out. They need to get that number significantly higher. That is not good. Well, it still has 31 days to go. But boy, oh boy, that's not what they want. That's not near close enough. Not good. Not good. What happened to my... I lost my Discord. Okay, there we go. I lost Discord. What did I... Oh, I see. I closed the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, this is supposed to be all like... I see I got something upside down. Let's start again. B18 goes down with 1 in front, and then we got the next part goes this way with 2. Then it looks like these two go together the other way. So this is 3 is on top with 4. 3 and 4 like that. Right? And then they go together. 1, 2. They go together this way. 3, 4. There we go. We want it to make like it needs to. Something's still not quite right. Right? 1, 2. Let me check my numbers. Right? There's 2, 3, 4. And then it goes 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6 and 7. Where's 6? Do I have it backwards? Yep, I got it backwards. 6. And then 7. And then, yeah. All right. We're going to have to, like, these are not like spreading like it shows. Like they're supposed to be like a nice little round shape. And this is not. Okay, let's see. All right, this is the inside of R2's noggin. Maybe we just need R2's noggin to like attach them to so that they'll take their shape. All right. So let's just move on to that. So we need B20. And B20 is R2's dome. Yeah, slow build. I'm sorry about that. This is taking too long. This is taking too long. I feel the stress. Okay, so there's B20. B20, we want to, right? We need it to take shape so that R2's dome fits like that. Right? Yeah. And then we got to poke out these little slots for the pieces to fit into, or we'll have big problems. No. It's still not clean. Right. Poke out these slots. Some of these poke out real fast, real easy, and then some not so much. Friend of the channel is going to Texas this weekend for the convention. Good friend of the channel, Mumbo Jimbo, is on his way to Texas today. He left early this morning. All right, so here we go. B20. The one that has 2 slots in it here goes to 7, or goes to 1. Goes to 1. So let's find 1. All right, let's find 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right here. 3, 2. Well, maybe there's my problem. 4. 3. 4, 3, 2. Not 8. 8 doesn't come after 2. 1 does. 1 goes in here. Okay. Hey, look, all of a sudden, now it's cooperating. All right, so now this goes right over top. The one with 2 prongs goes to 1. That's right here. Right like that. And if I put this, oh, the gun slow. Yeah, the gunship's a slow build. It's, I think it's at risk of not getting the tiers. I really hope that people back it because it, next year is the whole Battle of Geonosis, and people are going to be sad if they can't. Let's see, 3 is on the other side. So this attaches to 3 over here. People are going to be super sad if they can't get their Battle of Geonosis complete because they don't have their gunship. One. Where's it attached to on the other side? 5. I see. 1 attaches. Oh, it's got numbers on the back side. So if 1 attaches there, 5 attaches here. Here we go. 5 attaches there. I mean, how can you have a Battle of Geonosis without the gunship, right? Like, you have to have that as part of your collection. And for our vintage collection friends, you got to have that. I just don't see how you can do Battle of Geonosis without it. And next year they're going to be, focusing on that. Let's see. This has a 3 on it. There's 3. And this one has a 7. There's 7. Sorry, you guys can't see. All right, looks like no 7 should fit right together. 7. Okay, I got to bring this up close. Sorry, I've got it here. I'll just back up so you guys can see. Like, I got to get into the close-up range. This guy is not cooperating, like, at all. That seems to be the problem there, 7. Huh? 7 is just not wanting to fit the slot. He's not wanting to go in to its little groove there. Man, oh man. Well, that's the best I can do. All right, so there you go. R2's dome is coming together. Come on, focus. There you go. There's R2's dome. You can see like they're fitting together, but 7 there is a little mangled. Look how nice that one is, right? You see how nice that is? Look at 7 here. 7 is just not cooperating, like, at all. And I don't know what else to do, because it's like, there you go. Maybe I can open it up a little. Yeah. Yeah, 7 is just not playing well with others. Look at that. Look at that. Look how terrible. Oh my gosh. Look. Perfect. 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 Not good. All right. Well, we're going to leave it be. We're going to leave it like that. Now, I need to get some more pieces here. There's 7, B7, and B19. Okay. Where's B7 and B19? There's 19 right here. All right. So poke 19, and then I need 7. B, is this 7? B7 and B19. There's 10, 15, 13, 19, 23, 7. There it is. It's right here. B7. All right. 7. Whew. This is the hard part. Looks like maybe once we get past this, it won't be so bad. But poke these pieces out here. All right. And then poke these pieces out right here. All right. So now it looks like 7 is going to go. Okay, it says B7 goes on 8. Okay, there's 2, 4, there's 8. Okay, so B7 right here goes on 8. There we go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay. There we go. Got it on there. And that actually went pretty well. Come on, focus. That went pretty well. This isn't like seated extremely well, but it is seated. So we'll take it. We'll take it. Then we need to get 19 on 2. So here's 19. And there's 2. So I'm going to pull this up here again. 19 goes on 2. These are so... R2's a little difficult astromech, you know? R2, you could be a little easier to deal with. That would be super great. R2, you're being kind of difficult here. Almost. Come on. You're almost there. Come on. It's okay. Yeah, Peanut likes to say that. Peanut likes to go, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay, Peanut. Yeah. It's okay. Well, that is not cooperating at all. You know, when these things don't go into their slot, it makes it really tough. All right. So I'll show you guys here now. I can do the close-up. All right, there we go. How we doing? So there we go. You can see this is like not in there at all. I need like tweezers or something. I can pull these through because that is just not going through there at all. I don't think it's going to matter when all is said and done. So we'll just leave it alone. So now I need 10 and 23. We're going to finish R2. There's 23 right here. And then I need 10. 10. There we go. I get 10 and 23. We'll finish R2. And then we'll be done with the build for today here soon. Hopefully, after today, it'll get much faster. We won't have so many, but we still got a lot of cards left, my friends. We haven't done the wings. We haven't done, I mean, there's so much of this to be built. So much to be built. All right. So now 10 goes on 6. Okay. This is 23. So there's 10. Right? Looks just like R2. 10 goes on 6. Okay. No problem. On the top part. The top part on all of these is going really well. It's the bottom part. Let me try something. Like 10 goes on 6. So top part goes, yep, it's slotted right in there. And the bottom part, it's the bottom that's not wanting to go onto their pegs. And it's making this super wonky. Let's see. It'd be super great if this would go on. Like if some of them would go on at least. Okay, there we go. That's good. Okay, we got one more. Okay. It's okay. One more. Bend this a little bit here. And we'll get it on to the peg. There. Come on. Come on. R2 is, you are a troublesome little astromech, my friend. You are a hassle. If anybody has done these before, my goodness. Oops. We'll try again. Tell you what, this good thing I got my reading glasses, because man. All right, there we go. We got the top part on. Now if the bottom will slot in here, that'd be super great. And I think what I'm going to have to do is break out the glue again and like glue these pieces. There we go. All right. All right. Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm so sorry. This is terrible. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Here we go. There we go. R2. Buddy. There he is. There's R2. I'm going to take some glue because some of these pieces just need to be like glued to each other. And I'm going to put some glue in those spots to hold them down. And we'll have R2 right there. See? There he is. But man, he is not wanting to hold together. All right, so there he is. There's R2. Let's just do the other two pieces. I'll do the gluing separate. And then we'll call it. I need A20 and B9. Woo! A20 and B9. Okay. B9. That's B6. B3. B9. There it is right there. It's this big piece here. All right. That's that. And we need A20. All right. A20 is right here. I'll punch this guy out. All right. A20 and B9. Whew. And then punch out the little slots. These big ones are fine. Just the intricacy of R2, man, that was not fun. All right. There we go. All right. I'll bend these. All right. There's that one. Bend this. And there's that one. All right. This is going to go right on there. And it looks like B9 goes up here. Wait. I hold it this way. I see, right here. Okay. There's this peg. Oop. Easy there, buddy. Easy. Hold on. All right, there's that peg. And then there's this peg here. There we go. There we go. Man, I am not good at this. There we go. Those are on. There's these little slots right here. That's on. That's on. There we go. Woo! Santa is not good at that. But there they go. They're all in there. There we go. Sorry about that. There, that goes right there. All right. All right. And then we got to put on 20. 20 goes way up here at the front. And it goes this way. This goes on this slot. There we go. Like that. This comes around to this slot over here. There we go. And then down here at the bottom, there's a slot right there. This guy attaches to. There we go. Got it. Okay. Oh, I missed a piece. I missed a step. I missed a step. Okay. I got to go back and do one more step. Way over here at the top. I need A19, A6, A19, and B6. Okay, A19 right here. All right, A19. All right, there's A19. And then I need A6. That's this big piece here. All right, and this one's almost done. Have a good afternoon. There's Dawn. All right, there's only this piece left on the A sheet. A sheet otherwise is done. And then we need B6. B6 looks like a fairly significant piece. Where is it? B at 17. It's this big piece here. Yeah, there it is. This big piece here. B6. Woo! Okay. We'll take this out. This is a big one. It's a, there we go. There's a massive piece of cardboard right there. I mean, for the, look what it did. Huh? Right? There's one little piece left here on that side and the other side, but okay. Woo! And there's R2's slot that comes out. And then we've got to punch some, holes. So we'll just punch these holes out, right? Punch a bunch of these things out. Goodness. Goodness. There's a ton of these. Good night. They're everywhere. I'm going to have a ton of these things to sweep up. I'm just punching them out and letting them fly. Not tracking them. Not tracking them at all. Just punching them out. There's so many. Punch these things out. Okay. Got a bunch of these to get here. Shay, if you're watching, Shay got this for my, not watching, but driving. Oh, thanks, Dawn. My oldest daughter, Shay, got this for me for my birthday last month. And my goodness, torture. This is torture, Shay. If you're watching, which she's probably not. Shit. This is killing me. Okay, let's see. Got a few more. few more. You know, your dad's eyes aren't what they used to be. Let's see, a couple more. We got about 4 more of these to get out. And then I'm going to glue R2 together later, you guys. And I'll put him on when we do that. But this piece, first of all, the R2 piece, it's got R2's. This goes right on the top. And we got to get them all put together. All right, so there's a peg, and another peg, and another peg. But the skin of the Xwing is coming right along. If I can get this guy here, that goes there, that goes there. Okay. Then this goes on this peg. This goes on this peg and that peg. Okay, come on. If these will just punch in. There we go. And then the engine. Excellent. So there's the first of that. That fits nicely, very nicely. And now I'll just keep wrapping it around, right? So we just wrap this one and it goes on there. Yep, wrap this around and it goes on here. All right. So we're getting these engine pieces put on right around the back here. Goodness. Okay, there we go. There's that. That. There's a little tiny peg there. Got it. Got it. And then this. These are going. You're being difficult. Like some of these just went right in a row, just boom, boom, boom. And they were easy. And they just fit. And they slipped right into their slots. And now, of course, we're going to have difficult ones. Because why not, right? I mean, the others have been, you can't have them all just go right in. Otherwise, shoot, anybody could do it. Ha ha! Right? Oh, oof. Oof, indeed. Okay, let's try this. We'll work our way front to back again. Right? Get this put on right here. All right, those pieces are in. That's in. Right. Lord, mercy. Mercy, mercy. Heavens, the Murgatroyd. Goodness. All right, let's see. All right. Did that go in its slot? No, it did not. Some of these are so tight. They just like won't just easily go into their slot because they barely align. And then you gotta kind of, there we go. I felt that one kind of slide into space. There we go. Yeah, you can feel when they really seat, they just slide in there and then they they stick very nicely. But man, oh man, some of them not so much, right? It's like R2 all over again. Like, okay, if you guys would just, seat into your slots there, we wouldn't have to fight. Fight. But man, this is like a battle. Okay. This one's not cooperating right here on the fuselage. I can actually kind of get hold of it with my finger even. Okay, there we go. These just come around. Get this. We're so close. We're into the nitty gritty here. On the bottom, these guys are not lining up real well. Probably the other side's not seated well enough so that it hasn't pulled around. The skin is not lining up with the tab. And so the tabs, when they're out of alignment like that, won't fit. Like it just not cooperating like at all. See if I can get some of these. Yeah, like not at all. Oops. Okay, that one can go back on. It was out of order anyway. Yeah, this piece is way out, like way out. Oh, there we go. Man, that's taking some energy. Okay, that's really taking a lot of force. And with cardboard, you force it too much and guess what happens, right? It just bends. It doesn't it's not like you're working with metal or a harder material. It just bends, and when it bends, then you're up the creek, because once it's bent, guess what? It is not going to fit back in that tab. And I've got several of them here that are just not gonna. All right. So I've got some work to do. This piece down here, I've been wrestling with. Like, it's just not. And now these are all boogered because I tried too hard. And since they're boogered, now I've got to get them put together nice and tight. I'm just going to have to glue them. So that's the plan. There's the top, right? It looks fairly decent like that. Right? This is all good. It's all good. This is loose right here, but we're just tighten it up, right? Tighten this up and glue it. And then I'll put the bottom piece on. So that's it. I'm calling it, right? Hey, Star Wars MCU. Dude, look at this guy. Hi. It's been a while since we chatted. Good to see you. So, look, I'm giving up here for today. I'm going to glue this stuff down. And next week, we'll pick up from here. But I've got all this kind of assembled. I've got to glue R2 and get him settled in there. I've got to get these tabs all put in on the back. And then I've got this bottom piece here that wraps around the bottom here. right? So this will wrap around the bottom. Once we get all that done, I'm going to glue it down, and we're just going to do that. Ducky Momo, ooh, a long stream. I know, and I'm calling it. I'm over 2 hours. I got to get back to work. But look, I wanted to put this together with you guys. My daughter got me this ship, this Xwing, and I wanted to get it put together. So I also have, and I just haven't done it, I've got a metal Millennium Falcon. So maybe we'll do it sometime as well. But that's it. That's all. We have a Mike Porter dad joke. I'll put it here at the end for anybody who is still here, right? Which is nobody, but anybody who's still here. I know that we've got a couple folks with us, Star Wars MCU. We got Ducky Momo, Don Clatterman. Don's here. Mike Porter dad joke today. He says, did you know that before Luke Skywalker became a Jedi, he was going to go into the mirror business. He was going to make mirrors, you know. He was going to call it Looking Glass. The Looking Glass. Oh, yeah. Luke Skywalker's mirror business called the Looking Glass. The Looking Glass. So there you go. Mike Porter, thank you. Hey, you guys, thanks for hanging out. Those who are still here, I appreciate it. And we'll catch up next time. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time. Until then, my friends, Merry Christmas, and may the Force be with you always. Bye-bye.